Mr. Peter Hain.
In achieving this bill's aim to deliver secure, affordable and low-carbon energy, there is no bolder delivery vehicle for a greener Britain than Hain Power's Severn Barrage. The Severn Estuary is the second largest tidal range in the world, and the Cardiff Western Barrage would generate fully 5% of the UK's electricity needs, 16.5 terawatt-hours a year, low carbon, predictable and therefore baseload energy. It'll power the UK for over 120 years, cleanly, securely and sustainably, generating as much electricity as 3 to 4 nuclear reactors or over 3,000 wind turbines. It injects over 25 billion of private investment into the UK economy. No Treasury funding is needed at all. With a multiplier impact on the economy, that is a stimulus of around 70 billion. It'll be a massive boost to the economies of South Wales and southwest of England, with 80% of the investment being spent in the United Kingdom, where other forms of renewable energy have to date imported up to 80% of their equipment and services from abroad. It'll create 50,000 jobs during the 9-year build, leaving a legacy also of industrial, tourism and leisure jobs. 1,026 turbines will be installed in the barrage, new slow-spin turbine technology which is capable of being exported from Britain to the rest of the world. Gigantic caissons will be built and assembled and then floated out from a deep-water casting yard at Port Talbot, which will be transformative for South West Wales. The other benefit is a legacy in Port Talbot of the largest deep-water port in northwest Europe, which would be ideal for the new generation of container ships, ULCs, ultra-large container ships, which otherwise would have to find a port on the other side of Britain. However, the barrage will not affect existing shipping to other ports because special locks would enable ships to pass through without charge. Because of the more benign sea environment in the giant 570 square kilometre sea lake behind the barrage, there'll be enormous new opportunities for marine leisure and commercial activity currently rendered impossible by the Severn's fearsome current and bringing extra work to ports in both the South West and South Wales. And contrary to what critics have alleged, Bristol Port will also benefit in other ways from the barrage. During construction over 9 years, millions of tons of aggregate will be shipped out from Bristol and other ports, including Newport, Cardiff and Barry. Compared with previous barrage projects, it dramatically reduces the impact on fish and birds by using the latest turbine technology and generating on both ebb and flood tides, simulating the natural flow of the Severn Estuary, and there's already a great deal of engagement with wildlife groups to try and configure the barrage in as fish and bird life friendly a way as possible. It produces electricity 50 to 75% cheaper than coal, gas, wind or nuclear, beyond the initial consumer support phase which all renewable energy attracts, and for over 90 years will be the cheapest electricity source in Britain. The barrage has the lowest levelized cost of any electricity generating source, lower than nuclear, lower than wind, lower than gas. Hain Power supports the new contract for different price support mechanism outlined in the energy bill, which enables consumers to share in the upside as wholesale electricity prices rise. The barrage also offsets 7.1 tonnes of carbon dioxide per year, and over its life that has a value of £2 billion in today's money. It'll defend 90,000 properties and 500 square kilometres of floodplains from rising sea levels, saving the nation billions in flood damage and defence costs. It'll protect Bristol, Cardiff, Newport and Weston from storm surges. A storm surge narrowly missed the Severn Estuary in 2010 when it hit France, it caused $1.3 billion in damages. These flood savings, Mr. Speaker, can be netted out against the cost of price support. Construction is 100% privately financed, so the barrage will cost the nation very little indeed. It is the biggest energy project, by far enabling us to meet our renewable energy targets as this bill seeks to do. It'll create jobs and investment. All in all, I believe it should be a no-brainer for the government and I ask the Secretary of State and the Government to make a decision in the context of this bill supporting it in the first half of next year.
Davis.